Wall says 4:30, Mayor.
4:30 already?
The wall says 4:30.
Wall says 4:30 and we have quorum, so. I want to officially call this regular meeting for Monday, August the 9th at 4:30 to order. I'm going to call for invocation and pledge of allegiance. Mr. Perez, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I do ask that we can please stand for our invocation and pledge of allegiance. Heavenly Father, we pray that you be with every child that is returning back to school this year. Keep them safe from dangers seen and unseen. Send your spirit upon these students and fill them with your wisdom and blessings. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Call for presentation. Item number 1, Mr. Benson, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. It's really good to be here, with students behind me. And on behalf of Mission Parks and Recreation Department, summer cap coaches, parents, and of course our athletes, I'd like to say thank you for your support for our summer programs. The numbers of participants were down from 2 years ago. Of course, last year we had 0. They were certainly up from last year. This is our first year to run our summer tennis program at Mission Tennis Center at Birdwell Park. It is also our first full track and field program at Richard Thompson Football Stadium in Sharyland. This will be a rotating cycle between Mission football stadiums and Sharyland Football Stadium in the coming years. 2 weeks ago, Mission Park staff and summer TAF coaches traveled independent of their athletes to Corpus Christi this year for our games of Texas. This year, as you know, due to COVID restrictions, parents were asked to take their children to Corpus for the games. Track and field had 46 athletes enrolled in our summer program. It was really down compared to 83 2 years ago. They brought home 2 silver medals and 1 bronze medal. Swimmers had 87 athletes enrolled in this year's program compared to that of 111 2 years ago. They brought home 8 individual golds, 3 gold relay medals, 3 individual silvers, 3 relay silver medals, and 1 bronze medal. Representing Mission Parks and Recreation staff are Pete Lopez, Parks Manager. Rick's not here. George Shop is here, our Recreational Supervisor. And representing our summer staff is the real thin because due to either our coaches and our aides have either gone back to college or they are at work right now. But with us today is Melissa Dirth, our track and field coach, head coach this year. And also with me are some of our summer programs and summer program athletes and their parents. But I just want to say thank you and like to be able to recognize them if I could. Y'all come up. Don't be shy now. Come on, kids. Come on up. Wearing the bright colors of maroon is Melissa Dirth, head coach. Okay, and excuse me, I was corrected. Danielle Pena, representing one of our swim coaches, is here also. Anyway, these are our remnants. They're either in school or they're still home. But anyway, these are some of our athletes that went with us and represent the city of Mission at Games of Texas and Corpus this year.
How about you bringing them up here so we can take a photo of the. Now can we have one with the parents? Bring the parents up and, just join the parents with this picture.
But we have one
We
coming
got
up.
some more. The parent.
Two more.
This, of course, has been a really trying year for us. Coaches want to see, the parents want to see everything that's going on. And so the parents were restricted from going out there. If their student was participating, the parent could go watch their student, the child participate, and they had to exit the premises. But it was different, but at least we were able to make it a Corpus Christi. And again, I'd like to say thank you for your support of our program.
Thank you, Mr. Benson.
Thank you.
Calling for presentation number 2. Ms. Enriquez, you have the floor, ma'am.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. So we were able to leave a couple of event flyers of coming up of our programming at the Chamber. So I would like to go ahead and inform everyone of the Buenas Tardes luncheon that is coming up for the 16 de septiembre. We have a great lineup. We have tickets available, still available. So the community is able to come and join us for the Buenas Tardes luncheon. It'll allow networking opportunities. For the annual member Chamber Awards event gala, we have it already scheduled, and we're really excited because today we received the awardees. So this year, the Chamber of Commerce will be awarding the Business of the Year to Grande Produce, the Business Leader of the Year to George Rice, and the Community Impact Award to Mission Regional Medical Center. So in the next few days, our team's going to go ahead and highlight these awardees for the Chamber Awards that will be happening in October. And a new networking opportunity that has been developed by the Seed Building. We are co-hosting with them Converse with Friends, and this is in conjunction with the Seed Building and their programming, and it's scheduled for August 20th, 2021. So this event will allow you to wear your Converses, and so you can come and network with us. So we have that to look forward to. Also, in business development, next Thursday on the 19th, we have Is Franchising Right for Me by the SBDC. So anyone interested in opening a franchising building, please join us next Thursday. We have the details. It's also open up to any members of the community, those that are interested. And we also have a member spotlight mixer with our friends over at Capital Title next Thursday evening. So that'll be another networking opportunity. So that's what we have going on this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Enriquez. Any council member would like to address any questions to the Greater Mission Chamber of Commerce? Ms. Ortega, you.
Mayor, thank you, Brenda.
Okay. I'm called for item number 3, departmental reports. Council, and I'm at your guidance with the departmental report. Mr. Perez is here to answer any direct questions. And if he needs his assistance from his department, he will call him as he feels needs.
Move to approve the reports as presented.
We have a motion to approve the departmental reports as presented. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. In this, I open it for further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. It is a 5-0 vote, right, Ms. Ortega?
Yes, Mayor.
Thank you. I call in for item number 4, citizens' participation. Ms. Carrillo, is there anybody that has signed up?
Yes, Mayor, we have Ms. Irma Flores Lopez.
Ms. Flores, please approach the podium at this time. You have 3 minutes and name and address for the record, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council, City Attorney. City Attorney, please correct me if I need to be corrected on what I'm going to talk about. I brought a couple of props. I bought this for my new baby niece, but I thought I need this. It's the elephant in the room that hasn't been talked about since the headlines in the Progress Times came out about 2 months ago on the FBI probe. As a proud City of Mission resident, I'm so embarrassed of the continuous conflicts of interest that are going on. We, the voters, know what is going on. And I learned the hard way. Very political. I was very naive. I served on a board. I believe in term limits, and the mayor knows that. I wasn't reappointed to the board. I was replaced, and that's fine to the Mission Housing Authority Board. I'm devoted to my city. If I wasn't devoted, I wouldn't be speaking up right now. A few weeks ago, y'all had a meeting on city engineer contracts. And this isn't my writing. This isn't my sentence. It's a document on the City of Mission website. It was a special meeting called, and it says Mayor Pro Tem Ortega stepped out at 6:23. And then there was a Project Glasscock for engineering services. And Councilman Vela moved to recommend Isaguirre Engineering Group. And motion was seconded by Mayor Ocaña and approved 3-1 with one Councilman Plata voting against it. And then Pro Tem Ortega rejoins the meeting at 6:25. Has there been an explanation given? Is there a conflict of interest there? Again, City Attorney, City Council, and Mayor, with all due respect, you know how vocal I've been. I attended meetings for years when former Salinas was mayor. And then I started attending again and stopped because of the pandemic. And I didn't know they started again, but I'm glad to be back. But be aware that the citizens of Mission are well informed. We know what's going on. 2 of you have my phone number. And when you need something and when you need votes, you call me. But all of a sudden, I don't get calls or text messages, but I have them all saved here. My phone number is 789-9429. You can call me with any concerns you have. I have to be honest, I had to bring the elephant that needed to be talked about because I haven't seen it addressed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Flores Lopez. Any other citizens that would like to approach anybody signed up?
No, Mayor, I didn't get anybody else.
How about in electronics, Charlie? We have no, so I'll go ahead and move from citizen participation to the public hearing, and I'm gonna give the podium to Mr. Perez. Mr. Perez, you have the podium on this public hearing.
Yes, sir. This item is a public hearing on the fiscal year 2021-2022 preliminary budget. The city's preliminary budget for fiscal year 21-22 was presented on July 26, 2021, and has been made available to the public for review at City Secretary's office and our city website as required. This is opportunity for citizens to speak on the preliminary budget. It is a public hearing.
This is a public hearing. Anybody in the audience, please approach the podium at this time to talk about the preliminary budget that's going to be the 2021-2022. Anybody from the audience, please approach the podium at this time. I do not see anybody approaching the podium at this time, so I'm going to go to electronics. Electronics, is there anybody in this public hearing that would like to say anything about the budget? No. I'm going to close this public hearing and I'm going to call for consent agenda item. All consent agenda items are considered routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the council member requests an item to be removed and considered separately. The city council may take various actions, including but not limited to rescheduling an item in its entirety for a future date or time. The city council may elect to go into executive session on any item, whether or not such item is posted as an executive session item at any time during the meeting when authorized by the provisions of the Open Meeting Act. Consent agenda item 6, consent agenda item 7, consent agenda item 8, consent agenda item 9, and consent agenda item 10. Council, I'm at your wish.
I would not just like a little bit of information on items 9 and 10.
Okay, so you want to pull item 9 and 10?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other council member?
No.
No, that's it? Ms. Ortega? Is
No,
that
Mayor.
it? Okay, thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve the other consent agenda items?
I move to approve.
We have a motion to approve consent agenda items. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any final chance to pull any of the other items? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Consent agenda item 6, consent agenda item 7, and consent agenda item 8 are approved 5-0, and I'm calling for consent agenda item number 9. Mr. Chief Sanchez, you have the floor, sir. Chief Sanchez, no, you have the floor, sir.
Charlie, can you unmute him?
So if not, I can present this.
I was going to say, Chief Sanchez cannot present, then I'll redirect it to Mr. Pettis. Mr. Pettis, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. Item number 9 is authorization to solicit bids for roof replacement, Mission Fire Department Station 4. On July 26, City Council approved authorization to solicit bids on the roof replacement for Station 4, requesting approval on the correction, the scope of work, the roof specification from asphalt to metal roof panels. That's the only, the change. The original scope was for roof panels. However, it was presented with shingles. And so we're just asking for approval so we can solicit bids, sir.
What do we have right now?
Currently, right now is shingles.
So they're recommending the metal roof?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Mr. Pettis, I believe Mr. Sanchez is already unmuted.
Yes, council, basically, we did submit this on the 26th of last month. There was an issue in regards to initially, the spec of work was for a shingle roof. With discussion with the executive prior to that, I proposed having a metal roof. The estimated cost is about $5,000 to $7,000 over the shingle roof. Obviously, we still need to get the proposed bids to authorize that if such a fact is. So my recommendation, we do have this at one of our stations, station number 3, that was done about 12 years ago with that roof replacement.
Thank you. I just wanted, why is it that we changed it? But,
Yes, sir, thank you.
thank you.
You want to?
Mayor, I move to approve.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second, and this I want to open it for final discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 9 passes 5-0. And I'm going to pass over item number 10 to Ms. Ortega. Ms. Ortega, I need for you to take the meeting because I need to abstain from item number 10. Ms. Ortega, you have the floor.
Can I have Ms. Nori take over, please?
At your request, ma'am, I will approve that. Go ahead, Ms. Garza, you take over the meeting, ma'am.
Okay. Item 10, authorization to surplus the mosquito sprayer. Do we have Mr. Barbero on the line?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Authorization to surplus Titan PH 1020 mosquito sprayer and convey to the city of Penitas. A request we received from the city of Penitas for the donation of a Titan PH 1020 mosquito sprayer. The staff is seeking authorization to surplus and convey to the city of Penitas. The mosquito sprayer is currently not in working condition and has been determined to be no use to the health department based on the high repair and maintenance cost. Staff and city manager recommends approval.
On this item, we are barely gonna surplus the item.
Yes, sir.
This
We're gonna-
item,
So we're gonna surplus the item and then donate it right away. I mean, is that something that would be good for them? I mean, we're gonna surplus because it costs us more money to fix it. So, I mean,
Yes, sir. So we do have a representative from City of Penitas, but because of the cost of the machine itself, they felt that they could invest in trying to get it operable based on the overall cost to purchase a new one. So they're going to make the attempt to try and fix it. It's approximately about 10, 11-year-old machine that has not been operable for us for some time. It had in and out of service, and so we did replace it, and we have that to declare surplus.
representative from the Peñita,
Yes, sir. It should be on Zoom.
is that the mayor?
No, sir.
Thank you, I move to approve. Bless you, God.
Second.
And a second to approve the item as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. 5-0.
For the record,
Oh,
it's
and
4-0.
And one
abstention.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Garza. I will call for approvals and authorization. Item number 11, I'm going to ask Mr. Danny Silva to do the presentation. Mr. Silva,
Good.
you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council.
And thank you, Ms. Garza.
Item number 11 is seeking authorization for the mayor to execute a third agreement to the reimbursement agreement between the Mission Redevelopment Authority, Reinvestment Zone Number 1, and the City of Mission related to Benson Palm Development Lift Station Project. The initial project in 2015 was $850,000. The first amendment in 2016 brought it to $1,087,500. Once that was completed, phase 2 was the second amendment, total amount of $1,325,284. That project was completed, and phase 3 is extending sewer lines and water lines in an amount of $635,000. So we're seeking for approval of this reimbursement agreement.
Mayor, move for approval.
We have a motion on the floor for approval. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. In this, I open it for discussion by any of the council member. Ms. Ortega, you want the floor, you have it.
No, Mayor, I'm fine, thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 11 is approved 5-0, and I'm calling for item number 12. And Mr. Silva, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 12 is seeking authorization for the mayor to execute a first amendment to reimbursement agreement between the Mission Redevelopment Authority, Reinvestment Zone Number 1, and the City of Mission related to a police and fire substation located at Schubacher Military Road. The original project estimate in 2017 was 3.7 million. Based on changes to the design, it increased by 1.3 million. And at the July 27th, 2021 meeting, the board authorized a $5 million expenditure to cover this project. We're seeking authority.
I move to approve.
We have a motion on the floor. Recognize Mr. Plata, and do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. In this, I open it for discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 12 is approved 5-0. And I'm calling for item number 13. Ms. Vela, you have the floor, ma'am.
Item number 13 is the approval of the June 2021 financial statements. Total revenue for the month was $8,628,395, and total expenditures were $12,107,297, leaving an ending fund balance of $37,926,913. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
I move for approval.
We have a motion and a second to approve item number 13. Any final discussions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 13 is approved 5-0, and calling for item number 14. Ms. Vela, you have the floor, ma'am.
Item number 14 is the approval of the June 2021 tax collection report. The total 2020 tax levy was $24,296,498.75, and the amount of collections as of June 30th, 2021 is $23,395,081.21, which represents 96.29% of the 2020 tax levy. Total delinquent tax levy revenue was $2,435,582.95, and amount of collections as of June 30th, 2021 is $541,316.34, which represents 22.23% of total delinquent tax levies. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
So.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. You have the floor, sir.
So on the delinquent tax, we are at 22.23 versus 17.54 last year.
Correct.
I'm going to approve.
We have a motion on the floor to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second, and this I open it for discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 14 is approved 5-0, and I'm calling for item number 15. Chief Dominguez, you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Item number 15 is authorization to enter into a contract with Carlos Ortegon for municipal court prosecution services for the city of Mission. The contract identifies the scope of services and other contractual terms and agreements. The total amount of the contract is $54,300. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
I'm going to approve.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second, and this I open it for discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 15 is approved 5-0, and calling for item number 16. Chief Dominguez, you have the floor, sir.
Item 16 is authorization to award contract for the Mission Skeet and Track Club, Inc. We went out for bids and received one bid response. Staff is recommending to award to PNC Utilities and Construction, meeting all bid specifications and terms and conditions. The total amount of the project is $85,228.72. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
I'm going to approve.
We have a motion on the floor to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second, and this I open it for discussion.
I have just a quick question.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Was that within our projected budget? Or,
We had originally budgeted an estimate about 80,000.
80,000?
Yes.
Okay. Well, with the price of everything going up in the last year, okay, that's fair.
Any other question by any of the other city council members? I'm gonna call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 16 is approved 5-0, Chief, and calling for item number 18. Randy, I'll explain in a minute. Calling for item number 18, Ms. Vela, you have the floor, ma'am.
Item number 18 is the approval of the attached budget amendments. We have 4. In the utility fund, we have $17,247,087 in revenues and expenditures to allocate the funds received for the public property finance agreement of the lease purchase agreement from Performance Services Incorporated. In the debt service fund, we have $5,675,248 in revenue and expenditures to allocate funds received for the 2021 refunding bond. In the 2018 CO fund, which is certificate of obligations, we have $120,300 in expenditures to allocate funding for the 2 approved projects, the Strickland roof and the Skeet Trap improvements. And in the 2021 CO fund, certificate of obligations, we have $22,295,423 in revenues and expenditures to allocate funds received from the 2021 certificate of obligation. Staff and city manager recommend approval.
Move for approval.
We have a motion on the floor to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second, and this I open it for discussion.
Can you explain the 17 million? What exactly are we doing?
So we're going to budget in revenues, the money that we got from the loan, which is the lease purchase agreement. And then we're going to turn around and also budget the expenditures that equal the same amount for the project breakdown of the material, the supplies, the infrastructure that's being put in, the improvements, and the issuance cost.
Is that the total amount of the contract?
The contract is actually 16,756,287 and the difference is the interest on the first payment.
Oh, we're gonna create an escrow account for the.
The escrow account has been created already. It's held by the bank that's actually doing the work on the loan.
And what are we gonna put on that escrow account, the revenue from what?
The revenue, actually, the loan that they got from the bank is what went into the escrow. So as we're expensing it, we're drawing down from that loan to pay it off. So we're not actually paying it off with our funds. It's coming from that loan. And then we start making the payment in 2023 based upon the guaranteed savings of the actual performance once the installation of all the meter AMI project is
And the
complete.
guaranteed payments, are you gonna have an escrow account separate for those payments, or is it gonna go in that same account?
It's not going to be a separate account. It's going to be from within in the utility fund. We're going to do a report at the end of the year to show the savings. They're going to do an evaluation of those savings that we've earned. And then at that point, we can put it in a separate account.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am, you have, well, let me, hold on.
Yeah.
Mr. Plata, you have all your questions being answered. Yes? Now you have the floor, ma'am.
So we are going to defer the payment then?
Yes,
After all?
till
That's how it was.
2023 is the first
That's how it
payment.
was structured. For the actual loan.
Okay, so after the first year, the savings that is realized, that's going to get put into an escrow account and that's going to be for the payment.
Correct, yes.
And we're going to have a third party to figure that out, right?
It'll be them. They're the ones that come in and do the reporting. And then we do have a third party that's overseeing the entire contract.
So who's going to do the analyzing of the savings?
The performance services will be doing.
They're going to do their own.
Yes,
It's part of the.
but then we have a third party, I guess MVP,
Uh-huh.
which will come in and review that.
Did
we hire them? After all?
For the third party?
No, not the third party. So what, part of the contract is that they, as part of the software conversion that they're doing is to monitor the overall savings and how the performances are based on the system. That's how staff is being trained for that. But at the same time, it's being monitored to be able to guarantee that it is going to be the savings that was projected based on their analysis. So it is a separate software that is being provided to be able to run the reports to determine the actual savings.
So we'll review that in-house.
Can you put that screen back, what was on the screen just a little bit ago?
Yes.
So does that particular budget amendment have to be done today, this week, today, basically,
As long as we do it before the end of the year.
before the end of the year? Okay, well, I made the motion to approve the amendments.
We already
So-
have a motion on the floor.
Yes,
For
I
approval.
made the motion. So I'm changing my.
Oh, so
my
you
motion.
withdrawing your motion?
I am withdrawing my motion.
And
I would like to,
Mr. Vella gave a second.
huh?
Mr. Vella gave the second.
Mr. Vella, you withdraw your second?
I'll keep it. I mean, if we understand you need to make a motion.
I'm
She's
withdrawing. my
withdrawing, so I'll
motion.
make a motion to approve it.
Yeah, but are you withdrawing your second?
Withdraw the
to motion?
second,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'll withdraw a second and make a motion to approve.
Okay, you recognize, Mr. Vella.
Okay.
You have a motion on the floor to approve? Mhm, okay. Do I hear a second? Mrs. Ortega, I will second your motion, Mr. And this I'll open it for discussion.
I just would like more information on that. I mean, I don't remember all the details. This is an item that is being very, I just want to make sure that we review it very carefully. I mean, on the interest, on the escrow accounts, I thought that we had put, we did not hire the third party yet, which is gonna be reviewing this. I mean, I think this project needs to be very carefully reviewed by a third party. And to me, my recommendation to the rest of the council is just not until we feel very comfortable with it, I would not like to proceed.
Yeah, my thought would be to hire the third-party reviewer before we approve an amendment, a budget amendment, because I feel very strong about someone not reviewing their own work. I just can't see that. That's just not. I
And
can't
this
accept
doesn't
that.
include the actual savings. This budget amendment doesn't include the savings that we're gonna earn. This is just.
I
the
can't hear
loan.
you.
The budget amendment that I'm taking doesn't include the actual savings that we're gonna earn. This is just the actual loan that we got.
Right. Yes, but we're counting on that savings to make the
Yes,
payment.
to make the
So
payment.
it's important, the savings that is supposedly going to be realized is very important.
Yes,
So that's all, that's my comments.
yes.
Have all your questions been answered?
Yes, and my
Okay.
comments have been made.
Ms. Ortega, do you have any question?
No, Mayor, but I too would like to maybe discuss this a little further on the next route that we're going to take with this project.
That's basically all I'm asking is not to approve it today. We have until the end of the year to get it done and just to get, more information and
I had requested our attorney, our city manager, I had some questions on the project and they were gonna go and seek out some legal advice for me in reference to it, and I've yet to have a response. So I would like to schedule either a workshop or a meeting so that we can discuss this further.
Okay.
And do you want to move forward on the other amendments and no action that one?
I'm gonna move forward on Mr. Vela's motion. And Mr. Vela, would you clarify the motion since there's been a lot of discussion?
Well, I was just gonna make the motion for all of them.
To
I
approve
mean,
all of them?
Yes, I mean, PSI is making that's part of their plan. If we don't make the funds, they're gonna have to, bring in the money to fund this thing. So I wasn't worried about it.
Okay, and that's what I second. I second to move forward with all the approvals. So that's what we have on the deal. I want to make it very clear that when we vote, that's what you're voting. Ms. Ortega, you clear with what the motion is?
Yes, but again, I would prefer to wait on this item until I get my answers.
Well, when I call for the vote, then express your opinion there. Any other final questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Ms. Ortega,
I'm gonna go with nay at this time, Mayor.
nay, and Ms. Garza, nay,
Nay.
and Mr. Plata, nay, 3-2, the motion does not approve. So item number 18 is not approved, 3-2. Now, Mr. Martinez, our legal,
If you want to make another motion to approve the 3 and not that one,
the 3,
That would be my motion to approve all except for the PSI item.
The
okay.
utility fund.
I'll accept the motion. And do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. And this, I open it for discussion. Mr. Vela, you have the floor.
I'll vote.
Ms. Ortega, any questions?
No, Mayor.
Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item, the debt service, the 2018 CO fund and the 2021 CO fund is approved. The amendment and come back with the other amendment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now I'll call for item number 17. Mr. Pettis, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. Item 17, discuss possible actions on modifying COVID-19 guidelines. So at this time, we are basically asking to everyone to strongly encourage to wear their facial covering. At this time, we have placed that in all our buildings. We do ask everyone to practice their social distancing again, how it was at the initial start with the high numbers. We understand that we cannot mandate, but we strongly encourage everyone to wear, and that's what we have, sir.
Thank you.
Nothing different.
Ms. Ortega, you had an item on 17. Do you want to discuss?
I just want another meeting to discuss it.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Will you repeat it, please?
I would like to request a special meeting to discuss this.
You want a special meeting or do you want to go to executive session?
To executive session.
Okay, you want to put into a motion to go into executive session?
Yes, I motion to go into executive session with this item.
No, item number 17, yes.
Do you want to get,
That,
do the other?
Ms.
item?
Ortega, you are putting in a form of a motion to item number 17 to go into executive session for legal counsel. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We will move to executive session pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.001, and we'll go ahead and take item number 19 and 20, since we are 20 and 21, since we're already going to be in executive session. So we'll have item 17, 19, 20, and 21 in executive session, and we'll come back.
¿Les digo? Pues sí, mami, ¿qué estás haciendo? Sí. Llévate una, ¿cuál quieres?
you.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to reconvene and then open it for any discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I want to verify that Ms. Ortega is on the, on Zoom. Are you on Zoom, Ms. Ortega?
Yes, I'm here, Mayor.
And you're voting in favor, am I correct, to reconvene?
Yes.
So the motion passes 4-0.
And also Ms. Garza has left.
Yes, Ms. Garza had
Called away.
had to leave. That's all I can say. Okay, I'm gonna call for item number 17. Item number 17, Mr. Martinez, give us the motion.
It will be a motion to approve the recommendations of the city manager regarding the COVID-19 guidelines.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. Item number 19.
On number 19, Mayor, this is a no action, so we have not been served, but we do have we have laid out exactly what comes next.
Okay, no, so we don't need a
No
motion. Okay, call for item number 20.
Number 20, Mayor, requires a motion to move forward in the research of the financial funding for the Madero Bridge.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. And all those in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. And item number 21, Mr. Martinez.
On 21, Mayor, we need a motion to approve resolution to initiate eminent domain proceedings if in fact we are unable to resolve the lien on the property.
I will entertain a motion for resolution number 1739 for the record. We have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0 and resolution 1739 is approved. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries and we have adjournment at 4-0.